Rachel. I really like the way your caricature is going. Really nice improvements. I know you love this barn, but I really think that it really almost looks better without it. And I'm not sure that all of these flowers are adding all that much. They're also distorted, so you can see how they're kind of long and skinny. You never want to do that with the, and I can see a lot of little fragments from the masking. You don't want to distort a photograph. It just doesn't look professional. So, and again, I'm just not sure that these are helping. So if you put it back like that, let me see here. So, well, first of all, I'm just going to put all of this stuff, all of your caricature bits in a folder, because then it's so much easier to move them all around. I'm going to have to move the moon, though, because what I want to do is I want to be able to move all of this stuff around easily. So then I'm just going to click this folder, and then basically you can move them around. I just need to take the moon out of there because it's not part of the caricature. So I'm going to drag it out and up here. If I can get it out of there, there it is. So yeah, so I would continue to work with the placement. I would move this down like this. And then you can really see your shadow a little bit more. This could use a little bit of cleaning up too. I just really don't think all this other stuff is helping. So I'm just going to turn it off. Why is because they look like they're just sitting on top of the surface. They're not really integrating very well with the rest of the objects. The barn too. The barn just looks like it's sitting there. And what the barn does is it's so bright it's just taking away from the caricature. So I would probably, even leave it something like this, and then I would move the text down. I like what you're doing, how you're mixing it up, but I think that I wouldn't mix it up this much. I would really stick with something, let me see these announcements, something that's in something like this. And I don't know if you viewed this, but this will really help. So it's a really good idea to view it. I also posted some examples here. But you don't want to go too much with the changes. But again, a couple different fonts and different styles. See, same here. Just a little bit of difference, but not too much. If you go too much, it just, again, doesn't look like it fits in. It's just too much. So let me see where that text is. I'd probably put all the text in a folder too. So even it looks better with just white. You don't need to, you just don't want to overdo it. The thing with the moon too is I'm just wondering about the placement of the moon. Again, it's just such a strong, maybe if it was darker, so you could go in, you can always go in to the burning and dodging tools and try to make it a little darker. I'm going to do burn, and I'm going to, and just, try to see what that would look like, make it darker. But then, again, I don't know. You could also make it blurry. There's just a couple different things you can do. So it just doesn't add to the caricature that much. But now it does need something. So, but if you position, different things, I mean, this tree would probably look better down here, or something else, but it needs to integrate a little bit better. Or some really big grasses, grass textures would really work. And also this, this just looks like a ball too. So if you had something that really looked like an orange, that would really help too, because it just looks like a ball. It doesn't look like an orange at all. It just so that's another issue. And I've already talked about the fact these are drawings, but that's actually okay. So I would just really continue playing with this caricature. Where's that lightning thing? Right here. I mean, you could even copy this too and add, any of these layers could be copied. I'm just going to see. I'm just playing around here because I think you're almost there, but I think it just needs, a little bit of refinement. So I don't know. I'm just playing around here. So I mean, I don't know. You might want to make a lightning. You might want to use the lightning for another leg and put the drop someplace else. That's another option of what you could do. So anyway, just some ideas. Where's that background? No, it's not going to turn on. I have to do this. Yeah, this is a little bit sloppy through here. You know, you could find another image for the background too. I know you really want the night sky, but okay, the problem is that, okay, like I'm the client, and when I see this, I'm not really quite sure how all of these things fit together and what the purpose of the night sky is. I mean, I know you're telling some kind of story, but I'm just not sure what it is. So again, just some things to think about, because I mean, again, I really love the curve and I like the grasses. So you could go and try to, you know, again, if you do searches for like, I don't know, like meadow wallpaper or something like that, you'll get a better size image for the background. You know, yeah, so I mean, just to get some ideas, and you know, these are all ideas, so don't just copy what I say. I mean, what I'm trying to do is to get you to think in terms of visual elements and then make your own decisions about what you think could look good. You know, something really simple, even like something like that could work, you know, because then the caricature, but again, the idea is to really integrate it. So again, have a look at what some of these people have done. I mean, this person really struggled, but what they did is they really muted it. And that's another thing you could do as well. You could go in, let's see here. You could go in with these and you can make them really a lot darker. So, you know, so it let's see here. I'm going to do exposure, and I'm just going to lessen it. Because see, even when you do that, you can see how much more the caricature stands out. So again, there's just a lot of, you know, there's just a lot of things you can do to really improve the way this looks. And again, this is part of what being a designer is. So I would, you know, I would stick with 2 fonts with this. I mean, I would go, yeah, and you know, you could put it down here too. And if you move the thing over, a little bit, or you could put it here and put the text over here. That might be the best solution, but you know, it's for you to decide. But again, I think it needs something else, but I think if you move that text, I'm going to put, is that one too? I'm going to put these in a folder so I can move the whole thing around easier. Yeah. Again, if you place the text somehow in here too, it'll help some of the negative space. Again, it's a little bit simple. So something that, I mean, if you used a more complicated background, even like this, and you made it kind of dark, it could really look really good. Even something, I don't know, I just put this wallpaper in here. It's pretty bright, but even something like this that had, you know, a little bit of detail in it and some clouds would also really be enough, because it's, again, and I'm adding the exposure because I think that it's just way too strong when, you know, when it's at full exposure. So I'm just going to look, at this again here. And again, you can play with all of this stuff, so it doesn't even need to be that dark. Yeah, that's not great, that one. Anyway, there's a lot of different things you could do to really work with making this work, you know, really be a nice portfolio piece, because your caricature's strong. It's just the background. Yeah, but this is even too. Also, maybe less saturation would help too. So you can kind of bring the saturation down, and that also will allow the colors of your caricature to stand out as well. Let's see. So anyway, just you know, just some tips. Because already when it's a little bit simpler, it starts to really have more unity and have more, you know, just more composition. Okay, so anyway, I know I'm babbling on too long, but overall, I really like your caricature. I would just continue working with everything else. Okay.